Hello and welcome to episode number 52 of Tuesday Night Terror Vision. Wow, we've finally accomplished a year's worth of episodes here on the program. 52 episodes in, and I'm joined by my co-host, as always, the one, the only, J-Man.
Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. It's good to have you. And we are joined by a very special guest this evening. She's actually making her YouTube debut. My friend Jamie, and welcome, Jamie.
Thank you.
And she actually suggested this movie tonight. She sent me the trailer, and I was like, "Yep, I'll not only watch this, but you're going to come on and you're going to review it with us." So here she is. And before we get into that, I wanted to ask Jay about, and I don't know, Jamie, if you've seen this too. The trailer for the Angry Orchard Friday the 13th commercial movie short film that they're
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? Well, we'll show it. We'll show the trailer.
Let's do it.
They debuted this, I believe it was at San Diego Comic-Con? Yeah. That was the last big one they had, right?
That was just that was just whatever, like last week or something, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that? What the hell is this? Sweet Revenge. That's what it's called. Sweet Revenge is the name of the movie. And I see that Angry Orchard has released some beverages themed in that with Jason's mask on them. I can't say as I'm a fan of the Angry Orchard drinks. Are either of you? I'm not.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm not.
It's a hard cider.
I don't like cider drinks. I don't
They're
like anything. I don't like fruity beers or anything like that.
The one exception I've made to that was last weekend. I started drinking these things called Lucky Ones. It's like a vodka lemonade, blueberry lemonade. I killed about a dozen of those on the river.
Well, that's vodka. That's not mixed.
It's
with
not.
beer.
Yeah. Hi, Kasara. Good to see you. Good to
Hello.
see you. Kasara made me Pete Daddy Ducky here, which you can't really see because he's green.
I love it.
He's hang on, I'll embiggen myself here for a moment, but yeah, he has my my skull and crossbones ring gear on, and he's got the bandana and the little mask down here under his bill. But yeah, that's Pete Daddy Ducky. She made the Shogun roster. We're in duck form, which I really like because I have an action figure of myself. You know, I figured the man that's built like an action figure, why not have an action figure?
Right.
Built like a 3 3/4 inch Wookiee, more like it. But
5 POA or
5 points of articulation is a rigor mortis. I'm old as fuck, but yeah. But no, here we go. Here's the trailer for Sweet Revenge. Let me get this pulled up here. We'll make the screen full. Let's get some audio and run this back. Here we go.
You all settled in?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Look at this.
You got a beautiful spot here.
The property's had a bit of a troubled past.
What kind of trouble?
Oh, you know, the usual story. Revenge.
What happened?
Anyway, you kids have fun.
Got all the tropes in there. Guy telling the stupid story.
Yep.
Shots of the legs walking, right? All that in the boat. So
Obscured view of the hockey mask.
Yeah.
Shadowed.
Yeah.
You know, you got the girls in their little shorts, which is like the camp thing.
Right.
It's got the modern, it's, you know, obviously it's set in modern times, which for me, you know me on this. I'm a big stickler for Friday the 13th should be in the 80s, ambiguously live there. That being said, the overall aesthetic, I mean, I don't want to judge it too harshly from that. I'll check it out. I don't think it's going to be feature length. I'm pretty sure it's
Right.
a short thing, you know, probably less runtime than a Womp Stomp, obviously, because they put way this to me feels, I don't know. There's, you know how when you watch, like I shared the other day on my story on Instagram, the original trailer for Jason Takes Manhattan, which affectionately is one of my favorites because it's the only one of the Paramount 8 that I saw in the theater.
Right.
So I have a special place in my heart for that one. But that trailer still, all this time later, reaches out and hits you right in the feels. And this one just, even the Womp Stomp ones, when I watched the trailer for Never Hike Alone and Never Hike in the Snow and Never Hike Alone 2, those were like, okay, like these guys have a feel for who the character is, you know, and what the atmosphere is. I get a little bit of that here, but it still feels just a little off to me. I don't know. What do you think?
It seems like a movie. It doesn't seem like a Friday the 13th movie. That's the thing. It looks like a regular horror movie. And that comes from either experience of the filmmakers or the passion for the character of Jason so much so that they just accidentally do the trailer that you want to see. Right. And it's tough. I think it's tough for modern people to go back, even if they go back and watch them all. You kind of have to grow up with them and watch them multiple times. It's one thing to say I've watched the 8 and then I took my notes. Okay, I love these movies. But it's another thing to be like, I watched Friday 13 Part 6 every weekend. We'd watch it and we'd go out, and we'd get the chain and get the mask and we would make the costumes and oh man, Part 7's coming out. Wow, I can't wait for that. And you go back and rent another one. Oh, let's watch Part 2 this weekend, and that kind of a thing versus like now where it's like Wikipedia generation, like, oh, I know Friday 13th. I watched them all. That's great. But you didn't live through them. You didn't live them. You watched them. So you could tell that these guys watched it and like it, but we'll see. I mean, I'll watch it. I don't care. I'll just watch it just to watch it. But like,
it's Friday the 13th. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's Friday 13th. So I'm just going to watch it anyways.
Jamie, what about you?
Oh, I would watch it.
Yeah. If nothing else, some of these characters seem like they may have a penchant for being a bit insufferable.
Right.
So as I said the other night, because we watched this on another stream, I made the comment that it could be as rewarding to see these archetypes get killed off, just like it was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the influencer scene, where the guy's got his phone and he's like, "You do anything and you're canceled, bro." And Leatherface just proceeds to like cut him in half with his chainsaw. I was like, and I think that movie was made tongue in cheek to kind of definitely to poke fun at those people. So I get, that could be, part of it here, which I'm fine with, like it's a slasher. Give me the archetypes, give me one of them, a kick-ass final girl that I can invest in. After, was it You're Next?
Yeah.
After You're Next, it's going to be very difficult to find another final girl. It's all downhill because
for sure.
Aaron, and it was the actress's birthday. We reviewed the movie on it was like her 42nd birthday, which was kind of neat. So I tagged her on Instagram, just to say, hey, happy birthday. Everybody in the panel dug your performance. We think you're a kick-ass, probably one of the top final girls ever. Jamie, if you've never seen You're Next, you need to check that one out.
I don't think I have. I'm actually going to look that up right now.
It's a home it's kind of like a home invasion type thriller, along the lines of, I don't want to say it's like The Strangers because it's not in that respect. It's different, but it's kind of like that, almost like The Collector and The Collection kind of.
Oh yeah, I introduced you to those.
Yes. Yep. I still got to watch The Collection.
Oh man,
you haven't seen
awesome.
it?
I haven't watched it yet.
I still hope they do a third one.
They are The Collected. They're doing it.
They've been saying that for a few years now.
They just I thought they greenlit that recently.
They did.
They did.
Yes.
I'm so excited right now.
I thought they greenlit
those
that
movies were fantastic.
Yeah, that's the guy from Criminal Minds. He was.
Is it really?
He was JJ's husband.
JJ's husband, yeah.
Okay.
Which is we don't know his name, but we know JJ.
I know JJ, the blonde girl.
we know JJ, yeah.
Because of my wife, I've seen every episode of Criminal Minds at least 5 to 6 times, I think.
I think I've seen him once for sure. I don't know if I saw him twice, maybe some
My-
of them twice.
My favorite is still the Reaper with C. Thomas Howell, who we met at Horror Hound years ago, and
Cool.
he was so nice. I didn't have the heart to ask him about Soul Man, as much as I may have wanted to. I'm like, no, he's so nice. Like, he's so small. Like, I'm 6'3", around 220 pounds. He is tiny. Like,
Right.
he's all. I mean, I don't know. Like, he's not. He's probably what, in his late 50s, maybe 60, if that. He might be. But this was like 3 years ago. But he's very small. Like, the pictures of us together, it's odd
It's
how
son or something. Hey, it's my
he
son.
has a very small frame, like very narrow shoulders. I was just kind of taken aback by like seeing him in person. Like, he's tiny.
All right.
Like,
Well, you're taller than the tall man because I'm 6 feet tall and I'm taller than the tall man and you're taller than me. So you're taller than, and it was so disappointing. And so I was like, oh, you're not that tall.
I didn't
choose, right? So
yeah, and I guess he had the lifts.
he has a lift in there.
He was. It's like Seinfeld. He was heightening. If they find out you're heightening, you're gonna get blackballed from the industry, Mickey. There I go. The Seinfeld references.
I'm up to season 4 or something, so I've never seen Seinfeld before, so I've been watching it from the beginning.
Oh my god,
I haven't seen all of it either. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
I have watched the
I will
entire
someday.
run. The entire run of Seinfeld over 15 times, I think.
Well, it's easily rewatchable because it's very light, right? But I've seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, the whole thing.
I've never seen Curb.
It's
None
genius.
of it.
Mm-mm.
I think it was like, was it the first episode where they talk about the pants tent?
Yeah, the pants tent. That was the first one.
I know I've seen that one. That was funny.
Hey, Gap. Hey, Scott.
What up, Gap?
How's it going?
I've never seen it. She doesn't slum with the likes of us.
This is her first appearance.
Yep. First appearance on
issue
YouTube.
52.
Hi.
Or episode 52, first appearance.
Yep. Yeah, that's her first appearance in the lineage now.
Yeah. I'm a comic book nerd, so that's how we
Yep.
So,
I know. I want to finish reading those Hellraiser comics I have.
yeah, they're neat.
The ones, like I said, the ones I've read, it's just like
I'm gonna grab those because I'm missing some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find those at the library and get those.
Yeah, those are great. But we did come to review a movie, and it's about that time for me to play the title card, as we like to do about this time. So let's talk about the 2023 thriller Strange Darling.
Curiouser and curiouser, strange darling, strange.
And what I really liked about the beginning of this is they're telling you right up front it's chaptered.
Yes.
Like, it's chaptered, and the way this movie starts immediately, like, kind of just right into it, and it sets a very dizzying, almost disorienting pace until you kind of settle into it. It didn't lose me. I like it because it's almost, and if I'm speaking out of pocket here, correct me, but it's Pulp Fiction-esque in that respect. The chapter format, I like that.
I forewarned you about that. It kind of bounced around a little bit, but it was good.
Yeah, I like that aspect of it, and I like how they introduced what was it? The demon and the girl, the lady and the demon. Yeah, I like how they do that. It was a very neat opening, and I like openings like this. I do that kind of just boat right into the action. There's no warm up period. You just go right into it. So I didn't realize until the end credits, because I didn't even recognize him, that Giovanni Ribisi was not only an actor in this, but he's the director of cinematography.
Yes.
And I can unequivocally say, J-Man, this is quickly becoming one of my favorite aspects of a lot of these movies, the cinematography.
Yep.
And
it's awesome in this.
It was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
The scope of the shots, where I have to look up where they shot this. I didn't really notice.
I think it's in Oregon.
Was it Oregon? Okay, it's beautiful. It looks fantastic. And I never saw. I didn't have Ed Begley Jr. on my bingo card for this movie either.
It's so great to see him.
Still to this day, one of my favorite Ed Begley Jr. Movies is Transylvania 65000. I love that movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Transylvania 65000. Kramer's in it, like Michael Richards. That movie had an amazing cast.
For sure.
That's one we need to do is Transylvania 65000.
Yes, that would be a good one. Yep.
But so we won't get off topic, but no, as we tend to do from time to time. But so we go right into the chase scene with this. And I love how they set it up because it looks very boilerplate. This guy is chasing this poor innocent girl. And she's in this. I'm like, because I'm trying to figure out at first, I'm like, because all I watched this was the trailer. So I didn't look up, is it a period piece? Is it set in, well, it is kind of set in a certain time period, but like the car she's driving is a 79 Pinto. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how is a Pinto still on the road even when this took place? Like, holy shit. Like, you know what I mean? But it was kind of funny. But yeah, he's like, when he pulls up in the road, like you see him, I think we see him like doing blow. I'm like, whoa, like, holy shit. Like this guy's off the fucking rails, locks the brakes up, gets out, pulls out that badass shotgun and just proceeds to like, bop, blows the back window out. And she ends up, rolling the car over and going in the ditch. And you're just like, Jesus, like right off the bat, like this chick is toast. I'm thinking, like, if I hadn't seen the trailer, I would think they're going to have an opening, like kind of like an opening kill, like you would get in like a Friday the 13th type movie, knowing this is not a slasher, but a thriller. Still, if they're setting this up, because they totally misdirect you in this, which
several times.
Oh my God.
Those are some of my favorite movies. So when they do that, those are not predictable.
You couldn't see this shit coming in this because it was a constant, like they'd lull you for a few and then bang, here comes something else, as far as the characters went and motivations and such. I like that. This was really well written.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was really well written. The acting in it was good. What was it? Willa Fitzgerald and Kyle Gallner are the main two characters, the lady and the demon.
And she's from Reacher season 1. That's where I most recently have seen her.
I don't recall ever seeing her in anything before that because I've never seen Reacher.
Oh, that's an awesome show. But anyway.
Oh, so what were you thinking when this opening scene took place, Jay? When you kind of got there, what were you kind of?
Yeah, so I didn't watch a trailer, didn't watch anything. I didn't know about this movie, so I just watched it. When it first started off with "Love Hurts," I thought "F my life" because I associate that song with our good friend Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh,
and he plays that song about 4,000 times in that movie. So I thought, oh dear God, this is not gonna go well. And then I was like, oh, the guy's chasing her. I was like, okay, I got it. I love this movie, so I'll spoil it. I loved it. So it starts off with the chase. I thought, okay, exactly what you're saying. Generic. Okay, he's gonna try to get her. We're with her. I liked how they kept switching perspectives. So you're on her side, like immediately.
Yep.
Because you're a horror movie watcher. You're like, oh, I watch tons of horror movies. I know where this is going. And then they did the chapters weird. So then as soon as I saw, it's like, okay, it's actually 3, 5, 1, 4, 2, 6, and then epilogue. That's the order.
Okay.
When they did that, as soon as I saw 6 chapters in there, like chapter 3, I was like, oh, be careful of what you think, because, Memento is one of my favorites. That's the Guy Pearce movie that's backwards. It's like some of it's going forward, some of it's going backwards. And those disorienting kind of movies are always neat because you set up your expectations and they're going to get killed. But not only does the order of the chapters mixed up, within each chapter, there's also like flashbacks and present. So even if you're watching a chapter what you're watching isn't necessarily in order either. So the chapters are not in order, but within the chapters, they're not in order either. Because the guy's like, she's like, oh, are you a serial killer? No, I'm not. And then he's choking her. You're like, oh shit, he is. What's going on? And we just saw him chasing her. And then they cut back. It's like, oh no, she wants to do that. But then it cuts back to him going really crazy. You're like, oh, he's really crazy. He really is crazy. And then, oh, they flip it. They flipped this. I don't know how many times they flipped it, but in doing that, it kept you guessing, but it kept it super interesting. And it almost felt like it was super fast paced, even though it wasn't. There is one where they're talking in the car. That's the only time where you get like a slowdown for a minute.
Yeah.
They kind of slow it down. But that comes right after that chase where she's like saying, oh, you know, it's very, very vulnerable. And I love that we become, because at the end, when that lady cop shows up and you're like, lady cop, you're so stupid. But actually we were lady cop in the beginning of this movie, because we made all of the same assumptions that she made, right? Like she's the audience, right? Like we made all the same assumptions and only now we know better. And she's making the same assumptions again. I like that. Because you're thinking, oh, she's so stupid. But it's like, no, we were also stupid. We assumed the same thing. That, you know? So that was pretty clever. There's a lot of clever stuff. The editing. This should be in a. This should definitely be in a film course. To talk about editing, structure. It's not a character. It's not really a character movie. I'm watching it. I'm actually been watching it while we've been talking in the side here. It's not really a character piece. It is editing. It's all about editing and cinematography and like the presentation of a scene and what, you know, the blocking is like they move past, you don't really see something. And then in the next scene you see, or like, oh shit, that was there. And I didn't see that, right? Like there's the Ed Begley's dead. You're like, oh, I didn't notice that he was, you know, you just thought, oh, he's not there or whatever. Right. Like, you know, they're not showing him. They took all the movie things and flipped them. So if you think it's a mistake, you're like, wait a minute, how did that get there? Or why is that happening? It's like, it's not a mistake. You're going to see in the next chapter why that's there and why that's now important. Even the gun, he had the gun, he tucked it into his sock. And you're like, okay. And you're like, now you're a movie guy. You're like, oh, that's going to come into play. And then you actually forget that it's there until it's time to be used. And then you're like, oh yeah, he had that on him. I'm like, oh. I really like stuff like that, where they really took a lot of time to really, you know, just break it apart and then reassemble it in a weird structure. And I read that they didn't want that the producers wanted it to be edited in a linear fashion. It actually still would have been not too bad linear, but you would still have some twists because of the flashbacks within each scene, but you would lose the flipping. Like, I like that I was rooting for her. I was like, come on, you got to get it. Let's go. And then I was like, you know what? Screw her. I'm rooting for this guy. Right. And then you start rooting for the guy. You're like, you know, she's a serial killer. Screw her. And then you're like, I don't even know what to do anymore, because she seems like unstoppable because she just doesn't care anymore. So I like the character breakdown where she's just like, look, she says it. She's like, I got nothing to lose. I don't care anymore. Yeah. So F it. Everything's on, just killing anyone in her path. So yeah, it was awesome.
The Ed Begley kill was particularly brutal. Holy shit, dude.
She has zero. It's just like, I didn't want to, but I had to. So she's a sociopath, obviously. Yep. Besides being psychotic, like that was crazy. And you're like, this guy was a cool guy. What the shit? And actually pissed you. That really turned you, because now you got two innocent people that we've been following. We saw their marriage. They're great together. They have their breakfast together. They do puzzles together. They set them up as a nice, good, decent couple to get killed for no other reason than she just wants to get it. She didn't even have to kill them. Even if they're going to call the cops, they're not going to get there for a while. Like, she could have gone away. Like, yeah, that was the big turning point where you're like, you know what? You know, fuck her. Like, get her out of here. Yeah. Like, I'm done with this character. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like even if the demon wasn't a complete scumbag, then even if he wasn't, at that point you're still like, there's no way you can even view her as an anti-hero at this point, because of it all hinged on that kill, and there was no redemption for her after that, because it just escalated from there. Like the woman in the hotel,
what'd she do? Try to help, you know? And even because we never saw her kills as the electric lady. This is a very important in the movie. You always go by what you see in the movie, not by what's said. So, like, for example, in what's the guy's name? Hannibal Lecter and Buffalo Bill, who's worse? Well, Buffalo Bill's a bastard. He kills people, skins them. Yeah, actually, he's not as bad as Hannibal. Hannibal's way worse, but Hannibal's cool, and we never see him do anything. Yep. So we don't know what happened with the Electric Lady. Maybe she killed men who were maybe bad, or maybe they tried to, maybe maybe it was like a Dexter situation. Like she found guys who were either bad guys or whatever, and this is her way of getting some sort of revenge. But that story's completely thrown out the window once she starts killing random people and that nice couple where she didn't really need to kill them at all, and they try to help her. So then you're like, she's bad. This cop, obviously, he's a shitty person anyways. I don't know if he deserves. We haven't seen what he's done. Like,
no,
maybe he's been a pretty solid guy. I don't know. Like, we don't really know. We only see her atrocities. So
yeah,
she's clearly, she's really the demon. She's not really a lady. She actually is the demon, which they do show at the very end for like a blink of an eye, super split second, which,
Well, I'll bring that up right now since we're talking about it. Actually, here it is right here. Here's the image.
That's her seeing herself in the, when she's with the native woman at the end, she looks into the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she sees as herself. So
that's crazy that I missed that. I didn't even catch that.
I'm like a super like like I'll freeze frame it. Wait, what? As soon as that happened, I'm like, okay, I'm writing the time code down. I'm gonna go back and try to figure out. It's less than a second. It's probably a quarter of a second. It took me about 2 or 3 tries to pause it perfectly.
That was a very good catch.
Yeah, that's excellent. Thank you, Jay, for snagging that.
Yeah, that's her without her makeup on. It's like, oh,
getting her face on in the morning. Speaking of that, the hotel room scene, that's the one that got me. Like, I'm like, okay, she pulls out the shackles, and I'm like,
yeah, that had me lost a little bit because it was kind of like, well, what am I? Is she good or is she bad?
Right. I'm like, is she just okay? So she wants, he's choking the shit out of her, and then like it's just kind of like not having it. She's choking it first, and then it's like, okay, she's like harder. I'm like, oh, okay, so it's this kind of party, all right. And that scene, like, but when he kind of goes ape on her, it's like he hits her. It's like, holy shit. And then, she says that, was it Mr. Snuffy?
Snuffleupagus or something.
Snuffleupagus was the safe word that they had agreed
Mr.
upon.
Snuffle.
Mr. Snuffle. Yeah. Mr. Snuffle. And she says that, and then she was like, oh, I was just starting to have fun or whatever. It's like, even then, without seeing anything of her, you're like they're okay. Like, I get it. There's, some people are into that thing. But it's like for purposes of the writing in the movie, you're like, okay, there's something to this. It's not just, she's a random freak. It's no, this is part of the story. And yeah, it turns out, hey, let's do some coke together. Oh, sorry, mine was blow. Yours was ketamine. Whoopsie. Like,
and you knew that was going to happen because the way they angled that too, right? They shot it from the other side, like, oh, okay, something's up, right? Because and at that point, I don't know what chapter that is. That's probably like in the halfway mark of the movie, but at that point, you already know that he's chasing her. So that's where it's starting to turn in your mind as a viewer. You're like, okay, so she's crazy, like really crazy, not just, oh, I'm having fun. Like, this is something's off here. And you're like, where is this going? And when she shackles him, you're like, well, she's not going to kill him because we just saw him chasing her and he's intact. Like, I thought she's going to cut his arm off, or she's going to like remove his manhood or something. Like, I don't know what she was going to do. I'm like, well, no, he looked pretty like intact and he was okay. Mm-hmm. So he's going to get out of this somehow or whatever. And they did show you the gun, but you didn't. I love when I forget something, because I usually don't forget. As soon as I see something like, oh, that's going to be used 100%, then it's in my mind and it's just waiting. I'm just waiting to see it. But I forgot that he had the gun. I was like, oh, that was awesome. He blew her ear off.
Oh my god! Effect. Yeah,
he got nailed, man.
Yeah, and then he's just like, he's half asleep, just busting caps at her. She's run out the fucking door because he caught her in the shoulder too. Yeah. He caught her twice when she was run out the door. And then there's the other guy. He's like, she's like, he's got a gun. He's like, so do I.
That guy was awesome. It's like this
Yeah.
random guy.
Yeah, he's just got like a fucking like old school, like old west like fanner. Like he's gonna be like bang, 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 bang at the guy, you know.
Yeah.
Jamie, when the first time you watched this, when they're in this scene here, did you still like did you think he was like the killer? Because like when I saw this, I was thinking still he's the killer and she just got away. You know what I mean? Before it all unfolded.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that she was kind of fucked up in the head. I figured there was like some kind of mental issues, obviously, and she was just messing with this guy, and he went like a little too rough on her, and that was like her kind of revenge.
Yeah, because they didn't at that point in time, you weren't really sure. Because the way within those chapters, they flip back and forth, and then they in the very, very, very beginning, they also pulled a subverting your expectations, which usually fails in movies, but it succeeded in this one. Whereas they showed the guy choking the very beginning. Are you a serial killer? No, I'm not. And then there's the choke scene, and then the movie starts. There's that little stuff in the beginning, Texas Chainsaw style, like in the year whatever. This all the shit. Yep. It's like it's fake. That's fake, by the way. Or the director has not said it was real or fake, so that means it's fake. Because it was real, you'd say it's real. But anyways, I like that kind of thing because it doesn't matter the point is it doesn't matter if it's real or fake because it's presented as we're watching. All movies are real while you're watching them because you're watching, like the real world projected. So who cares? But yeah, you weren't really sure I mean, I'm watching it now. So now we're at the part where he just tried the choking and she's like, oh, that was okay, but I don't know. Right. So he's about to lose it in a minute on when I'm watching right now. And yeah, and this is about like, where am I at here? This is about 48 minutes. This is dead center of the movie right now where it's going to start to shift. So that's editing because there's no way you can plan ahead for that because you're shooting probably 3 times the movie's length in footage to edit it down. So someone, strategically did that in such a perfect way to be like, oh, here's now where the tide is going to start turning and you're going to start rooting for the other guy, or maybe you're rooting for nobody. It's interesting. Why do you think he's called the demon and she's called the lady? I was trying to figure out why they named them that way. Like, what's the demonic?
To throw us off.
Yeah, just to throw us off. Like, oh, he's
Because even after all of that, like you said, we really didn't know until the mountain people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you would think she goes there looking for help. She goes to them looking for help. And why the fuck would she kill him for calling the police if she was this innocent victim in all of this?
Right. Yeah, but the thing is, we found out he was a cop after that. So see, again, you're starting to think, well, maybe she's thinking, oh, his buddies are going to find out and they're covering for him. It's really neat because there's all these little things. I wish I just didn't have time to watch this again. And I watched it last week. Like, Pete, you're like, we're going to do Strange Darling. I'm like, okay. I literally logged off and then I watched it right there. And I was like, I better watch it now because I got a shit ton of stuff I got to watch and read for next week. So I started making notes. I didn't leave myself enough paper to make notes. I really would have liked to have written out a lot more to deconstruct this a bit better. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah, here's the drugs part where she's getting the cocaine. Now, yeah, the way they're showing it is so perfect because like you're showing it, it's like this angle here and you're seeing her do it.
Yep.
And then it cuts away back to him from his point of view. It's like, oh, now it's like her back is in front of you. You're like, okay.
That scene is probably the most predictable part in the movie because he's not getting what she had. But other than that.
Yeah. Oh, but actually, well, I'm watching it now. There's a great shot of her. This movie really needs to be watched multiple times. But this second time where they're showing it, her face, you could see that there's a change. She's a good actress. She's actually very good in that Reacher show because she's like the sweetest, nicest girl. She's like a lady cop in Reacher, and she's such a nice person. I saw her. I was like, oh, you're just a bitch in this. You're a good actress. But yeah, like the way that her face like transformed, you're like, that's the Electric Lady. You could see her get born like right there.
I'm going to share this for a minute. Hang on a second, because this is
that's where we're at.
Yeah. This is the scene right here where she puts it on the mirror.
Yeah. Now watch her face in the next Okay, so we haven't seen this. Okay, so
Yep.
there. See, so okay, now we're getting to the point where she's probably got two different ones out. So
Yep.
watch the next shot now.
That's that's the ketamine right there. And here
And
comes
now she's got the
here comes the coke.
Now watch
right
her
here.
face in the next. Yeah, there you go. Because we know that's the cocaine because we saw it in the baggie earlier in the
Yep.
in the movie when it first. Now, okay. Watch when they cut back to look at her face. This is what I was just talking about. See, this is her, and then you could see she's gonna look up and look and like there you
Right
go,
there.
right there,
Right there.
that's the transformation. That's
Uh-huh.
I'm now gonna go through with this because she was even working up to it. Like when she drugs him, she's gonna work up to the carving. But like that's right. That's the pause right there. That's a freeze frame right there.
Yep. Yeah. That's a very chilling look too. You know who she almost looks like, and I gotta stop sharing this for copyright. You know what she almost looks like is Jennifer Garner.
Yes. Oh, from Alias, even with the hair.
Yep. That's what I caught, like with the wig. I was like, or whatever that was. I'm like, that's like very Jennifer Garner from Alias.
Yeah. That was a good
what
show.
Up? What up, Felix?
Hello.
Good to see you, brother. Yeah, Felix has his never let her hold the stash. That's right, bro. You know, never let her hold the stash. Can't trust him. Can't trust him with it. Can't trust him with it. Look, I gave you yayo and I got back baking soda. This is some bullshit. Took me to a hotel room, promised me kinky sex. You tie me up and then carve EL in my chest. This is some baby back bullshit. This is some bullshit. But no, this her I'm trying to think the where she kills him. That scene I was like, man, she hits him with the bear spray and I'm like, okay, dude, this is what kills me. He handcuffs her, but he doesn't like frisk her or anything. She's out cold at this point. Like
Right.
He doesn't check her for because she has the bear mace. Basically, that just reminds me of that South Park episode, the Dog the Bounty Hunter with Cartman. Where he's like, he keeps having Beth bear mace her. Beth bear mace that guy too. And he does like the whole intro. He's like, I'm the dog, the big bad dog.
Bounty Hunter. I used to watch that.
It's freaking hilarious. I did too.
Yeah.
But so that bear mace just made me think of that. But she's got the fucking bear mace and she sprays him in the eyes. And then he falls into her. I'm like, why? Okay. Granted, you're probably disoriented, but I'm still like, you wouldn't want to like steer yourself in that direction towards her. Yeah. And then she proceeds to take a fucking big ass bite out of his neck, which was like very Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead when he killed the leader of the claimed gang. And then she's still cuffed. So she's got to get the keys. She can't because she's been shot like 3 times now because he shot her. And that's another thing that was freaking brilliant because before the mountain people, before she killed Ed Begley, she spared the wife. She let the wife go.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't want to kill either of you, but she goes, I don't want to do it now. And she's walking, she runs. She doesn't even attempt to chase her because then she sees him. But no, Jesus Christ, I lost my train of thought because I got
She was handcuffed.
Oh, handcuffed, and she had the key, the here kitty thing. That's what I was. That shit, like that scene again when he's doing that and he's opening up. You still think he's the heel at that point, but this is before the switch in the hotel room. Like I just call back to that because when he finds her, we already know that she's the heel in it.
Yeah.
So he shoots her through there. It makes you think back to the earlier part where he was clearing the rooms, and it's like, he's a sadistic motherfucker. He's like, here, kitty. It's like, oh, like this is some serial killer shit because they paint him in that light, and it was just good writing.
Yep. What did you guys think when she was handcuffed and she did like kill the guy, and then she's struggling to get the keys to escape? It was weird because we have this like kind of innate thing where like you almost like root a little. Oh wow, maybe she'll get out, and it's like no, she shouldn't get out, right? But like,
right.
But just the way it is, you're kind of like, I think once that guy died, I then started to be like, well, we've only been with 2 characters this entire movie, right? So you don't have anyone else to root for, and neither of them are it's not Tommy Jarvis. It's not, like Aaron. It's not Sienna from Terrifier. It's not, not Danielle Harris or whatever. Right? It's like so you're like, okay, I've only got two people. Well, he's dead. So now I'm left with her. So then I start to think, I'm like, oh, maybe she'll just get out and go on this massive spree or something. Like you're almost like wanting that to happen because you've lost so much. Like as a viewer, you've already lost everybody. Like, well, you know what? She killed the mountain man. The cop's dead. It's like, all right, okay, F it. Let's do it. Let's go crazy. How many can she start getting them? How many can she kill before this movie ends? How much time is left? 15 minutes. How many kills can we get in there? Like, there's the turning point. Like right now, everyone roots for Michael Myers, Freddy, Jason. Like they're the heroes. But if you're watching Friday 13th Part 1, nobody walked away thinking Jason's mom was like, and Pamela was the best, right? It's like Friday 13th, like what, 2, 3, 4, and you're like, I like Jason,
Yep.
Right. It takes it, but this movie like slowly starts to convert you a little bit because she's just willing to do anything. So I start to think, you know what? You almost kind of want her to see how far she's going to take this like night of madness, because they say in the beginning, the last spree was, I don't know what they said in the text. It's like, oh, there's like a massive spree before they finally get her. They don't say her. That's another thing. Bastards. They did this in the beginning. They didn't use any genders. They just said there was a killing spree. There was. They didn't say there was a woman who went on a killing spree. They didn't say anything like that. Yep. They just said there was a spree, and that's it. They didn't. And I didn't really pick up on that until you think back, like, oh, they never said it was her or him or whatever, right? So, what do you guys think? Did you want her to win at the end, or?
I was kind of waiting for it to get capped, especially the scene with the cop in the end, and not just because his name was Pete and he had a really cool goatee.
He did have a good.
He did have a really nice goatee, but I just felt bad for him. I was like, man, I was like,
because he knew.
Oh yeah, as soon as
what did he say? He was like, "You bitch," or "You dumb bitch," or something like that.
Oh, to the lady cop, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it he said to her? I'm pretty sure it was like, "You dumb bitch."
Right. Didn't he call her a cunt?
It could have been. It was something on them lines.
I can't. I swear to God, no. It was the dude that called her that at one point. He called it. No, he called her a stupid bitch or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he knew he knew as soon as she got out of the car, he was fucking dead. He knew it.
Oh yeah.
That's why when he kind of like he looked at her in the mirror and he was putting his head down, it's like, yep, he's dead. I was like, he's dead because
and
you
she
see
let
it.
The lady officer go.
Mm-hmm.
Because
she showed her some kindness, kind of like the girl at the hotel, Tanya. Which at the beginning when she's running away, you're like, where the hell did she get this red outfit from?
Yep.
Like, where did that come from? Because it either looked like a mental outfit or like a
That's
jail.
What I thought. I thought it was a jail outfit for a little bit or a mental outfit.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Scrubs, like jail or hospital scrubs. And yeah, it's like, where the hell? And then you see Tanya immediately in the red scrubs, and you're like, okay, that's where that came from. All right.
I'm wondering, I'm watching it now. I was still have it on, and she's in the bathroom, which is all red. Her hair is red. That's the electric lady's color. She sees herself as red. This is where the transformation is fully taking place now, which is really neat. I didn't notice that it was, I knew it was red when I was watching it, but I didn't think back. Oh yeah, everything's red. Her hair is the red. So she becomes that as much of a demon as you can possibly become. I wonder if she spared the lady cop because she had red hair. I don't know. That's just a random thought.
Right.
It's like, yeah, we kind of had the same. But like, yeah, I love the lady cop, and you're sitting there thinking, what a dummy. And it's like, yeah, we were that at the beginning of the movie. I think it's just so cool because we're with her 100%. Like I was with her pretty good. I was like, oh, screw this guy, because there's something with like a guy with just like a shotgun blowing the shit out of stuff. You're like, okay, this guy's insane. Like, what's his problem? It's not as cool. I think if they made the characters cooler, like in the sense of like, like Jason looks cool. I like the guys that look cool, like, Pinhead. Oh yeah, Pinhead looks good. When it's regular people, it's not as, like if Art the Clown was just like a regular guy, you'd be like, right. It's gotta, but these are regular people. So there's not going to be a Funko Pop. There's not going to be action figures. There's not going to be dolls of these characters. So when I saw that guy, I was like, screw this guy. You got your big guy with your shotgun. You're like, yeah, you're a wimp. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I see what's going on here.
Yeah, it was like you really don't have. I mean, you can as far as merchandising goes, like I don't see like, and I really enjoyed the movie, but as far as
Yeah.
like if you could build like I mean, could you do a sequel to this? Absolutely, absolutely. You
Yeah.
could
I
have
think
another.
there could be a prequel.
You could do a yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like I think there needs to be one of those.
I would like to see that because I want to see what happened leading up to this. Like
Mhm.
how did she get there? Like, if you take it all the way back to some of her formative years, so we get some of the psychology of the character. And as we've been talking, we talked at the beginning about how he said, well, I can't say if it's based on true events or not. Where I think you got a huge piece of inspiration for this, and I guarantee you both of you already know where I'm going, is Eileen Wuornos.
Yeah.
Is that I don't know is that a killer? I don't know who that is.
She's
Yeah, like
she's-
one of the most famous women serial killers out
Yeah.
there. There was a
Charlize
movie on her.
Theron played her in Monster, which to make Charlize Theron, who is an absolutely stunning woman, the only thing I hold against her is she had sex with Sean Penn, which it is the transformation for that role.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
it was amazing. I think she won an Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Canada. That's the other thing
surprised
too.
Me.
Nothing ever bad happens in Canada. That's why. That's why. I think someone stubbed their toe once or stepped on a Lego piece, and that was in the newspaper. Like John Smith stepped on a Lego piece. Oh god damn! Like the world's in chaos.
It was a tragedy.
It's a tragedy. We had one murder, and it was a guy from the States that came down and shot someone.
Probably. That sounds about American.
I'll definitely look her up after the stream. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. No, Monsters. It's a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah, I know the movie. Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think I watched. I think it looked like I didn't really know what it was, and I thought Charlize in like crappy makeup. I'm like, maybe I'll pass on that. And then, and no one ever mentioned to me to watch it.
Yeah, and it's based on a true story.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll get it from the library.
I watched the documentary they made about her. I can't remember if that was on Netflix or not. I know they did one of those deals on her a while ago, and I didn't see Monster when it first came out. I watched it a couple years afterwards. He just shot her ear off.
Yeah, I'm watching that part right now.
Yeah.
Oh, she just killed. Now, well, I'm a bit ahead of you. She's in the hotel now, and she just killed the one woman. Now she's gonna take the red. Yeah.
I was gonna say this hotel has to charge by the hour with red lighting in the room like that. I wonder if they had the magic finger by the bed where you put a quarter into it and it like vibrates for like 5 minutes. They still have those hotels anymore? I don't know. There used to be one down on Warren and Tel 96. Never mind.
I'm guessing the light isn't red. I'm guessing it's red for the audience.
Yeah,
that's for us, right?
Yeah,
it's actually red in the room.
Even the scene right here where she's running away from like the hotel, the way they framed that, the camera work in this is freaking awesome. I didn't realize Giovanni Ribisi was a cinematographer.
I didn't know that either.
I had no idea. I still can't not unsee him doing the weird dance in Ted. Or was that Ted 2?
I didn't like those movies. I did see them both, but I'm not a fan of either of those, unfortunately.
Fair enough, dude. I know a lot. They're polarizing.
They made fun of Flash Gordon. That's a top 10 movie, and I know they're making fun of it in a fun way, but it just pissed me right off. So I was like, screw you.
I took that as a loving homage because
I know, but it pissed me off.
They had what's his name?
They had Sam Jones in there.
Sam Jones, Sam Jones was in it.
I
was like, they made him look like a fucking badass too. So I'm like, man, they're all doing blow together. I'm like, that was.
My feeling is that an audience watching it takes away that the movie sucks. Not that they like it. Like I legitimately like it and think.
No, I like Flash Gordon. I saw it as a kid. That was fucking awesome. Yeah. No, Flash Gordon was fantastic.
Yeah, I love it.
Now he's getting all coked out of his mind. He's like, He's like telling himself while he's doing that. He's like, "This is for business. This is for business. This is not for fun."
Well, he said he hasn't taken drugs in a long time.
Yep.
They made a point of saying that.
Yep. When they were in the truck.
Yes, it's like I haven't. Oh no. I think she said no. I think where
No,
she,
they were in the hotel
yeah.
room.
They may have said it there
No,
too, but then
It
she
was
said
in
told
the
him
hotel room.
the
it?
hotel
Okay.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, I haven't done anything in years." And then that's a clue that he's a cop. I mean, we wouldn't have thought of that. You just thought, he hasn't done anything. But when he calls the other guy, that's his friend calling. So when the friend shows up, the goatee guy, Pete, you kind of like that guy instantaneously because you're like, oh yeah, he's helping his friend. So that's a good thing to do. And then you've got the rookie or whatever with you. And she's like, oh no. And she represents the modern style of thinking, which is really funny. And it just shows, it's just like, take everything at face value, believe whatever you see. It's like, don't dig any deeper. And the funny thing is that the old seasoned cop who knows better dies and the one who's stupid lives on. Now that's either to say that stupidity is just going to live on, or it's to say maybe she'll learn a lesson and smarten up for the next time. And maybe she'll take that as a learning experience. Yeah. He's handcuffing her right now in the fridge or whatever. Why didn't he just shoot? I guess he couldn't have just shot her there, right? It's too much. There's too much blood.
It cracks me up how he caught her too from her leaving those ice bags out in the yard.
Oh yeah,
Like
all the meat and all that. Like
it was, yeah, I was looking. There's like steaks strewn about the yard, and there's like 3 frozen turkeys. I'm like,
is
immediately.
That what it was? I thought it was ice bags out there for some reason, but I was really.
You guys know me. We're friends on. We're all friends on Facebook. You know me. I'm like, ooh, frozen turkeys. I can shove those up my ass.
There's a few there that you could have done right there.
I know. I was like, that looks like about a 16-pounder. I'm good to go.
Get that in there.
Yeah, that'll work.
You have to clear the freezer. Again,
yeah,
that's genius because we don't know. We saw that there in your mind. Yep. Your mind can't connect that to something. You're like, why am I seeing that there? And then it's like, then it's explained. And that's in the same. Is that in the same chapter? Or is that
I didn't even know she was in a freezer at first.
No, because they never showed. They only showed her with the lighter.
Her. I was like, why does she keep light? Why does she need light? But she was warming herself up.
Even
like I felt dumb after that. I was like, how did I not put that together?
Right. I know because they show it's not until the last scene before she gets shot where they really illuminate the inside and you can see it's like silver. Yeah. Because before that it was kind of obscured, so you couldn't really see where she was. And then when you see him walking around and showing the various objects, the chests that he looks in, and then you see the freezer and you're like, we've all seen the inside of a chest freezer. They're silver or metallic. And this one is the same and it's reflective with the light. So you're like, oh, she's in the fucking freezer. And that's why the turkeys are in the yard, not up my ass, and the steaks are out there.
Did you know that she was in the freezer, Jay?
No, not until they showed it.
I didn't either. You put that together, Pete?
I didn't.
Oh,
not until
you were saying.
No, I didn't. I'm saying when you're watching it, I couldn't put it together until I was presented where they illuminated that very last shot of her and he's standing and it's like, oh, that's where she's in the damn freezer.
How did they not put that together?
Right. Yeah. And then I went back to so that's why the turkeys and the steaks are in the yard laying there, because it's a very odd, it's like
I didn't know that's what was in the yard.
Yeah, you can see it
in the yard, and I was like, "Why is that?"
They're like they're like they've got the seal, the freeze dried, like
it's like a Ziploc bag or something. It's
they're like air sealed, like you'd put them in the freezer, individually packaged steaks, and because there was like 6 of them strewn about, and then there's like 3 turkeys, and he walks by and he touches the one, and he's like, you can tell he's like, okay, he's kind of like, how long's this been out here, and then that's when he walks into the freezer and he's like, aha. Here, kitty.
At the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my signed Angus Scrimm Phantasm 4 poster where I sat next to him and watched the movie in the theater. So that was pretty cool.
That's so awesome that you got to do that before he passed, brother. That is amazing.
But no, that's the genius of the way that they've edited this, is that your brain is seeing all this stuff. So your eyes are seeing it, your brain is telling you what it is, but the problem is that your brain is following the story. So they're all visual cues. They don't point it out. Like,
no, they don't.
Right? Like,
no.
Yeah, they don't stop and be like, "Hey, what's that on the ground?" It's like, "Oh, okay." it's just like they're walking around and you see things and your brain picks up on it, but then you don't, because you're following the plot and you're into the suspense of what's going to happen. You don't notice it. And then later you're like, oh yeah, shit, that was there. Yeah. I got to point out the Scott Baio.
The Scott Baio puzzle.
Puzzle. Awesome.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
I need a Scott Baio puzzle in my life. And then he even was like, we're not into Scott, just to let you know, we're not big Scott Baio fans. We're just, that was the only puzzle that they had. He's like, oh, that's because I was like, why is there a Scott Baio puzzle? This is great.
This was shot entirely on 35 millimeters.
Yes.
As well, which was another nice touch.
Awesome.
I thought, and they pointed that out at the beginning of the film too.
Yeah, they did. I did write when chapter 5 started. I did write freezer, so I'm not sure. So chapter 5 was the second chapter. I was trying to write things that I was noticing as watching. So yeah, her ear in chapter 3. But like again, this is the kind of movie where I don't like pausing movies, and I don't want to turn my attention away because you're going to miss something. You can just feel like this movie isn't like usually if you're watching a horror movie, they're pretty passive. Like you're just like, yeah, I'm just waiting for cool shit to happen. This one is definitely more engaging because you're like, oh, like what's happening? The second soon as they flip the chapters, like soon as there's 6 chapters, here's chapter 3, you're like, oh fuck, okay, here we go. Right there, that's going to turn some people completely off. I guess that's why Jamie gave you the warning on that. Is that going to just turn people off?
It didn't bother me, but I know some people have trouble following that kind of stuff. But they did good with it compared to a lot of other ones I've seen, though.
Yeah,
I'm always fine with these when they do that. I actually like, to me, when I see that, that's when I actually kind of sit up a bit, like, okay, all right, what do you got for me, right? Because I'm now assuming that this guy's a real. It's like, look, I'm not just making Friday 13th Part 37 and with a different, instead of Jason, it's going to be this other character. It's like, okay, you've got something planned for me. Let me see what you've got planned. And it was pretty awesome. I might have to grab this one on 4K and watch some of the features and stuff and get more in depth with it. But she just bit this chunk. I'm sorry. She just bit this chunk.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah.
Could you get that? Like, that's really like, can you bite that?
Do you realize the bite force you need to rip? Because that's right here. You're talking.
That was so gross. I was like,
awesome.
No, she did not.
Like I said, it was almost as good as Rick Grimes biting out Homeboy's neck in The Walking Dead. That was a brutal fucking scene because he spits the blood up in the air right afterwards.
Did Rick sharpen his teeth into like?
And it was at that point too. I was kind of rooting for him. I was like, no.
Yes,
right.
Yes, and then she did kill him. She did win.
Yeah, very brutally.
Yeah, that kind of like at first I'm like, damn, I'm like, they really killed dude off. Like I didn't see that coming. I kind of either. I knew there was too much time left in the movie for him to go over clean at this point. Yeah. But if I'm using wrestling terminology, but I assumed that this was kind of like, her getting over, getting on top again, and he'd kind of win in the end. But no, that was not the case. That was not the case for him. This was the end of Kyle Gallner's journey in this movie, which I like how she's of course using emotions to play to him here to weaken him before she bear maces his ass. Because I'm a couple minutes behind where you were. Yeah. But yeah, that. Yeah, his like, what problems did you guys have with the movie? We might as well talk about that while we're here, because I don't want to completely glaze it. I want to talk about any issues.
I just realized he's called the demon because that's how she sees her victims. She says it. That's why he's called the demon. That it's her perspective. She says that. She says, I see them as demons, but then when she looks in the mirror, she sees herself as a demon. Yeah, some of the problems. Well, I guess like. So I don't know. Jamie doesn't. I use a system of grading called SPACE: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment, and I grade each of those parts of the movie, and you get a score out of 10. So 0. If you get 0 for story, then that's like garbage. If you get a 2 on story, then that's the best you can get. So you can get the 2 is the best you can get in any category. You get a score out of 10. The characters, none of them are really likable. So I don't care who wins or dies, but they're interesting characters. So I gave the characters 1 point. meaning that 2 would be like, like Friday the 13th, Tommy Jarvis and Jason. Yeah, this is awesome, right? Like this is like,
Yeah.
I don't care if she wins, cool. If she loses, cool. I'm not emotionally invested in any of these characters because it's not a character driven movie. It's plot driven and suspense driven. But I can't give it a 0 for the characters because I found them interesting and I was compelled to watch them and I wanted to, like, if you think of it this way, if the movie, let's say you're watching an hour into it and the power cuts out and you're like, oh shit, I would have been like, fuck, right? I'd be like, I got to finish this movie, right? So I do care about the characters and to see where they go. So that's really it's a negative, but I don't like saying something's a negative if I can't turn it into a positive. Like, I don't know what I would have been able to do to this movie to make the characters likable because that would have destroyed the point of what the movie is. So on my scale, I can say, well, I didn't care about the characters, but I don't know I can't fix it. So it's a bit, I hate when people say, I hate this. It's like, and then they can't fix it. Like, okay, what would you change? And then they have no answer. So I can't fix it. So it's a bit of a cop out, but I guess the characters weren't super likable. That's the only thing I can think of.
All right.
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah,
No.
I agree with that, but they weren't like, dislikable either.
Right. Like they're interesting. You wanted to see what was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same school of thought with both of you in that respect in terms of characters. Yeah, because even if you levy a complaint against the characters, to change them would fundamentally alter what the film is trying to achieve,
right,
with its format. So you can't really make any tweaks or major changes without changing the entire movie. Right. So yeah, you kind of have to take them for what they are. And they were interesting. There wasn't any character that I was like, ugh.
I think it was just kind of wishy-washy because at one point you want to like her and hate him, and then it switches up, and I think that's what might be getting us.
And I think that's it's definitely an intentional, it's the writing that's, they want you to go on that roller coaster ride with them because that just plays more into the twist when you get there, because they build you up, on her side, and then you come back down and then they show you this and
shit.
So this was really well written.
Yes.
Like I can't even knock it for
Who
the writing.
did write this? I didn't even look that up.
It was written by J.T. Molnar, the director.
The director. You could. I was just gonna say it's probably director because you could tell this is a very personal movie. This is I'm sure it's independent. Obviously, this is a writer director. I want to bring this vision to life. This is what I want. This isn't like, what's the writer going to do? I'm going to change his script or whatever. I can guarantee, like, you could just tell, like, there's some movies, like Bad Taste, not to compare them, but you could tell, that's Peter Jackson making it, right? That's not a committee. This isn't movie by committee or whatever.
This was distributed by Magenta Light Studios, and one of the production companies listed, which you noticed right at the beginning, Miramax.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah.
But this is post Weinstein regime, so I'm sure everybody on set was safe.
Yeah, they were safe.
There was no Harvey Weinsteining around. We were all good here.
I don't know. Maybe that's why she was so mad.
Right. I was gonna say, she was very scantily clad for
that whole like hotel or motel scene was. I don't know. I'm still kind of thrown off by that. I think that would probably be my negative review on it. I think they could have done better with that, and I hope they do a prequel.
I just want to see more of the S&M, but that's just me. I'm like, well, if you got some cuffs, let's see. Was there anything else in there? Is there any turkeys in that bag?
It was just weird.
It was. I think what it did was it really established a lot of the character, like the character identity for both of them. You got some good banter. It made me more confused. Well, I like it because you get the turn there where you think he's the killer, he's choking her, and all of a sudden she's like, "No, I like this." I'm like, "Well, that's not realistic." She would have called him daddy.
Yeah, and then she.
But then he flips
drugs them.
again.
Yes, because he gets mad when she doesn't want, and it's like, okay, but she told him no matter what I say,
Right.
like,
That was
yeah.
smart.
Yes, I'm
It was
like,
uncomfortable. Is that what you're trying? Is that what it was uncomfortable to watch because you're like, you didn't know, you couldn't.
Yeah, I was lost.
Yeah.
And
I
I
get what you're
think that's
saying.
what bothered me.
I think it's a good bothering. Like,
Yeah.
I like when I'm bothered in a way that is neat. It's like, oh yeah, that was good. The way that.
Oh yeah, I mean, it
laid
keeps
that
you
out.
watching for sure.
Yeah, like versus like let's say she just went in there and he choked her and she's like, nah, that didn't do anything for me. Let's just have drugs. Let's just do drugs and then we'll screw. And then she poisons him or whatever or knocks him out. And then it's, hey Keely.
Keely.
And then that then it would have played out more conventionally, but then you wouldn't have had 4 twists in like a 10-minute span. Like there's more twists in chapter 2 or whatever than there is in like a M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's like just one of these chapters had like 2 or 3 role reversals. One of my buddies, who I'm gonna say is like I wouldn't really trust him, but I in movie picks. But I said you should check this one out. I think you might really like it. And he actually saw it, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't like it." I was like, "You didn't like it? What didn't you like about it?" Him not liking it really raised it even higher for me. But anyway, because we don't really agree. And he's like, "I didn't like it because they kept switching things." I'm like, "That's the point of the movie." I thought Titanic was pretty trash because the Titanic sank at the end. It's like, well, that is what it is. The point. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. It's like 4 twists. Yeah. Is it
4 twists? Is it Bill Clinton's phallus? Goddamn manliness coming in with the heater.
Manliness, manliness would be on the electric ladies list or whatever. I bet you he'd be on the.
She's rough as shit. Manliness, I love that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a neat way to do it.
No, I dug this movie. I loved. I like I said, the writing. The structure, it was good, dude. This was, you said your buddy didn't like this one.
Well, he's my buddy in the loosest terms possible. He's an acquaintance and I said, and I pointed out because he likes, he liked Hereditary, which I also like.
I've never seen Hereditary.
I liked it.
Is that the one where?
Yes. The head out the window.
Head, yes.
See, I can read people's minds. That's another one of mine. I can read horror. I'll just really very quickly. This one guy's like, he's like, Jay. He goes, Reunion. I said, is it Slaughter High where the guy's wearing a jester mask? He's like, yes. All the guy said was Reunion, and I was like, boom, Slaughter High. And so I'm pretty good on those, but yeah. That he liked that one, and he liked Midsommar, which I also really loved. Anyway, so he likes these kind of like not the the bit offbeat horror movies, a little bit kind of different. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't like this one." I'm like,
Hereditary was very different.
Yeah, that was weird. And there's a lot of naked. There's anytime you see nude adults who are old and shouldn't be nude in a movie, you're like, that's weird.
Yeah.
These people should not be nude in this movie.
It's like if they had nudity in Cocoon: The Return.
Oh God!
What's wrong with that?
I want to see Wilford Brimley's balls.
You should watch Midsommar, and there's a lot of gross nudity in that. That's where it's like the nudity is like you're like, oh man, no, don't show me. Like, when have you ever said no? Like, no, don't show it.
I was in Jamaica on my honeymoon, and we're laying there on the chairs, right, face down, rum in hand, sitting there getting a tan, and the wife says to me, "Hey, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a woman next to you with her top off if you happen to turn over." And I'm like, okay. And I immediately did this. I was looking this way at my wife, then I immediately went like this. I'm like, and looked, and I'm like, okay, she's Helga. All right. She's, oh yeah, this was a Viking woman.
Right.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I've seen them. All right. I was like, look, they're right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look. You're pointing them out to me. I'm going to look and be like, yep, that's something. we had to have that discussion with my son tonight because we were talking about watching a movie and there being tatas and that, and she says he's not having the same ew reaction to that he did just a few years ago. And then he's like, "They're still ew, Ma." And I looked at him. I'm like, "It's okay, son." I'm like, I'm gonna impart some wisdom on you right now. I said, "This is from Seinfeld." I'm like, if they happen to enter your field of vision, you're allowed to look for a couple seconds and look away. Think about looking at the sun. You don't want to get caught staring at it. I'm like, that's a man rule, son. And when you get good enough, you won't even have to move your head and you can look in an entire room.
You can you can scan better. Yeah.
I was like, Grandpa will teach you that. He was teaching my groomsmen that at the wedding. And how to look at an entire room and see exactly what you want without moving your head. He's like, takes practice. So I'm gonna teach the boy that so he's not like, just staring. But
it wasn't that big of a like. I went to Croatia when I was my family's from Croatia, so we were there, and like Topless Beach is like there right there, and there's like it's not really that big of a deal. Americans
are uptight about it.
Yeah,
they're very uptight about their bodies and their sexuality in general. Well, most are. Then there's some of us just don't care. But no, I've never seen Midsummer, and to bring it back, it's one I've kind of been meaning to check out because I've had different people tell me different things about it. And I'm like, this is one I should probably give a watch eventually.
I've got the 3-hour version, but that's not the one I have on the library. That's like a special one that I bought from A24, but I can loan it to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not putting the J guarantee. Like I've got the J-Man guarantee, which I've given you a few times, and I'm 10 for 10. Like I'm perfect. I'm perfect on those J-Man. I'm not giving the guarantee on that. I'm not giving the guarantee on that Hollywood Chainsaw. So though Midsommar, you can watch if you like it. Then we can share in our love of it. If you think it's crap, you can just go in the big group of people that think it's boring and stupid. And there's a massive group.
Yes,
like, this is boring and stupid. I thought it was genius. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times. The 3-hour one. So,
all right. And that's why I want to watch it because I'm not saying this is going to happen in this case, but the movie Mother by Darren Aronofsky,
seen that.
Darren Aronofsky, his filmmaking style. He's very high in his own supply.
Yeah.
The one movie he did that I really like is The Wrestler. I love that movie. That has a very, very special place in my heart. Mother, on the other hand, was just stupid. Self-indulgent, ridiculous. Yeah, stupid. To basically sum it up. Yes.
No, I'm not watching that. I can't stand Jennifer Lawrence, man.
No. Well, she was the first action star.
She was. So I am being very very mean to her for
how can you do that? And she didn't willingly have sex with Harvey Weinstein for fame and movie roles, but that's another discussion altogether. She's such a victim. Oh my God, she's such a victim.
This is where it's like the house and all the occupants are she's the it's supposed to represent her womb or something, or I don't know what it is. It's one of those. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll watch it. It sounds weird enough that maybe I'll like it.
I watched that, and afterwards I was literally staring mouth agape at my TV, and I immediately messaged Nick Utam, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? And he was like, why did you watch that? I told you not to watch that. I'm like, that's why I watched it.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it out. I'll get it.
The old Indian lady just capped her.
Okay, so she was the smartest character in the whole thing. The second she sent some bullshit, she's pulled the gun out and shoot her.
Nope, and she's got an old school fucking revolver. She's like, no, bitch, awesome. Wow. We got this from scalping motherfuckers back in the day. No, you're catching a musket ball to the rib cage, honey.
And it goes to black and white. It started in black and white with him being the supposed killer. Now it ends with it black and white with her being the killer. So there's something to be said for that shot as well, which I have to rewatch. I'd have to rewatch this again.
I need to rewatch it too because it's a little more fresh in your guys' head, and I know I missed some parts. I think.
Yeah, so you saw it. Well, you saw it a while ago. I only saw it last week, and Pete, you just watched it literally like you just finished it today in for time for the stream, right? Yeah. So there's your from the beginning, from whatever, just now and a week ago. But I watched a week ago. But since that, I've watched I've watched like 7 other movies, and like I've read
Mm-hmm.
probably read like 30 comics or something. So it's like, and I'm doing something on the Green Knight coming up, so I'm reading that again, and so.
To her credit, Willa Fitzgerald here at the end of the movie, where she's just acting basically like she's bleeding out and dying. I mean, this is a pretty extended scene she's got to hold that
Yes.
for. So that's pretty damn good. Like, I thought she was going to try to pull out another handgun because, like, the girl took one, she pulled out another one, she can't even use it at this point. I was like, because she had like 3 fucking pistols.
Right.
Because she still had the small piece she took off the Kyle Gallner's character, and then she had the both cops' Glocks.
She's like collecting weapons or whatever.
Yeah, she's building up a fucking arsenal. But no, this there's one of the puppers.
Yeah, that's Murphy.
Murphy's Law. So let's go ahead and we'll score this thing. Jamie, I'm gonna let you start first.
You can't let me start first. I'm new at this.
Okay,
Don't do that to me.
I won't put that pressure on you. Sorry. Jay, go ahead, man.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
I thought this was pretty damn awesome. I'm close to just saying it's a 10 out of 10 just to say it. But like, I first I was at 8.5, but through our discussion, I've been making some notes and referring back. And God, man, I don't know. It's pretty damn awesome. It's like the pacing is on point. Like it's shot well, looks good. I mean, like the story, there's not a big story, but this isn't about story. It's about plot. And the plot is like so detailed, like all the little things. Like the story is nothing. It's like there's a killer and she tries to kill the guy and then that's it. Like there is no story. But the plot is so intricate. You know, I don't know. I liked it. 9 out of 10 for sure. Easy. So there you go.
Parrot Head gave it 4.5 ETEP noses out of 10.
A 4.5 noses out of 10? You didn't watch this movie.
Actually, if you scale that in terms of my fucking tremendously large nose, I mean, that's a pretty good score.
Oh, okay.
Well, you got to figure when it's time for a stream, my nose is always here 15 minutes before I am.
Right.
So,
we that's the countdown. We saw your nose start coming.
My nose starts to show up on camera first. I had to buy extra large headphones to cover my satellite dishes on the side of my fucking tremendously large head that's shaped auspiciously like a watermelon. So 9 out of 10 for J-Man. I get a 10 out of 10 for self-deprecation. But again, like Obi-Wan, that's my speciality. Jamie, do you want to score it now or do you want me to go first? Or second, I mean.
No, it doesn't matter.
Go ahead. I
would say an 8 or 9. I don't think it's a solid 10. I might change my mind if I really want there to be another one. Like there's stuff missing from it, but I like that in a movie too when they leave that open. I know a lot of people hate it.
I like ambiguity in certain stories. If I know it's going to be a one and done, give me some ambiguity and let me play with that in my head canon a little bit.
I would not want a prequel or sequel to this because.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
I like that because I like living in that space and time of where this took place. And it's like she's done bad things. That's the end of it. It plays out the way it plays out.
But I want to know why. Like
I don't. Yeah, I don't like. It depends on what it is. I like it if it's a character that matters. Not matters. What's the word? Like let's say Batman or something. It's like Batman, right? Like how did he become Batman or how did he become Captain America or something? But like if it's just a story with unknown characters that are just there, it's like I don't need the lady series. Like I don't need part 2. Oh, she survives and she continues on. It's like you know what I mean? Like if it's something like Friday 13th, I want part 75. Like I want Friday 13th part 100. I give it 2 Harvey Weinsteins out of 2.
I give it 1 Harvey Weinstein out of 2 Jennifer Lawrences.
Okay, I got you. I like the movie Joy. She was in that movie Joy. I liked her in that. That's the one movie I liked her in because I didn't watch Hunger. I think I saw Hunger Games 1 and thought it was whatever.
Yeah, same. those were like
It's battle royale for teens. It's like, okay, you don't want the hardcore version.
Typical modern story. One extremely mid
Sure.
girl has two guys that are well above her, fighting over her or whatever. And you know, they both want her. Ba 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 ba. That's basically the fucking story. That's
it
most modern or these, especially the YA type stuff. You can see that's the way it kind of plays out. It was like Twilight, kind of like that, you know.
Why don't you just get through high school? You can get
right.
Your boyfriends are immortal. You can pick one later, get through school, get an education, you know, then you could pick your boyfriend. But that's not the point of the movie.
Well, eventually she's gonna outgrow him, and then she's gonna go to prison for dating one of them.
Right, and then the other guy's just gonna dump her and get. Well, we're connected. No, you're not. You're connected.
Right.
He's just gonna go with some other. And I've seen all the Twilight, so I can speak on them. I actually have seen all of them.
I
have
saw.
You really? I have not. I don't think I've seen any of them.
I watched the first one. That I don't think I think I saw a little bit of the second one, and that was it.
By choice?
Yes. Don't. I see you judging me.
I am.
I see a lot of. I see a lot of judgment. I see a lot of judgment living up there right now. So you gave this what, an 8 or 9 out of 10?
So 8.5.
8.5. We'll go. Yeah. So 8.5 out of 10. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I really am. I'm going 9.5 out of 10. If this exists, God damn it, manliness. Gay here.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Not that Seinfeldian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Here, we got to go over here for a minute for that. Hang on. It's here somewhere. I think. Methinks. Here, I'll just play this one, manliness.
Paging Dr. Faggot. Dr. Faggot.
I should go.
That's a good idea, Dr. Faggot.
There you go, manliness. I couldn't find the other one, so you got the upgraded version. No, 9.5 out of 10 on this one. Yeah, the only caveat was the characters, but to fundamentally change the characters alters the entire movie and the original vision. So I like it as is. I don't need any further installments or prequels. That being said, I can see the merits for a prequel. It doesn't need it, though.
No, it doesn't need it, but it would be awesome.
It would be for sure because I
would if they're releasing anything else for this. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it because I really enjoyed this.
Kind of like The Collector, like
yep.
That was.
I
know I got to watch the sequel, and I'm gonna rewatch The Collector again before I watch.
Collection continues right from right from the thing they. And collection, the ending is freaking awesome, man. It's actually like
I love everything about those movies.
Yeah, part 2 is insane. It's not well, it's almost Terrifier 1 to Terrifier 2. Like all of a sudden part 2, it's like super larger. Like you're like,
really?
They really expanded this guy's
because there was a stark contrast between Terrifier 1 and 2. So
yeah, it's not that I wouldn't say it's that large of a contrast, but like you're like, oh, like okay, this is like it's not I don't want to spoil, but this it gets into like okay, this is crazy, right? So
I just discovered those movies a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I mean, I saw part 2 when it came out, and I was like, when are they getting the part? This is like ages ago. Like what? I'm like, they're never gonna make part 3 because it's like been 100 years. Like
yeah, they were like 2010 or 9 and
yeah.
12.
I was like, how have I never heard of these before?
I remember seeing the original one like years and years and years ago after I watched it, but I hadn't seen it and I'd forgotten about it, and I didn't know they made a sequel. So yeah, I gotta check that one out.
5 minutes. There's like one showing or something, right? It's like
one of those deals.
It's like one. It was like a week or something, and I didn't see it in the theater. I'm like, I think I should see that in the theater. Oh, it's gone. Oh, okay. Like by the time I thought I should go see it, it was gone. So,
speaking of theaters, I'm gonna try to go see Fantastic Four on Thursday. My kid wants to see it.
I hate it.
I know. I saw you. You were 6 out of 10 on that one, right? Was it?
Which it slightly might be going up, and Superman might be going down because Superman is like the worst. I can't.
Did you watch the trailer to that weapons one I sent you?
Not yet. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Oh,
I wanna
weapons?
check that
Yeah,
out.
I think I saw the trailer for that.
I want to
yeah.
see that.
I'm gonna watch the trailer once we get off air, but we're gonna wrap here in under 88 minutes because that's a good horror movie. Runtime is 88 minutes. So Jamie, thank you for joining us this evening. It wasn't nearly as bad as you thought, was it?
No, I had some vodka though.
Oh, that always helps. That always helps. But thank you for joining us as well. We appreciate it. And Jay, thank you as always, bro, for being here, my man. Tell the people where they can find it, what you got going on the rest of the week.
Oh gosh, I got so much. Every Monday is Avengers, so we talk about 4 Avengers comics. Every Friday is Star Wars, so we talk about 4 Star Wars comics. Sundays, I'm rotating between cartoons. We're doing Brave Star, and then we're also doing movies. So we're going to be doing The Green Knight. We're going to be doing Zardoz, Assault on Precinct 13. I love Zardoz. Aesthetically, I think it's a genius movie, not in a joking way like it's silly and stupid. I legitimately think it's a good movie. I've got the novel of it too. Anyways, so all that, we're doing that. And what else? I'm on my buddy's channel, The Action Elite. So on Wednesdays, I'm on his channel, and tomorrow we're doing Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, which is a masterpiece if you haven't seen it. So there you go.
Thank you as always, brother, for being here, man. Appreciate it. I have a kick-ass co-host and always have great panels. Next week we are going to do was it Chainsaw Hookers from
Hollywood
Chainsaw Hookers.
Yeah, they charge an arm and a leg.
I love it. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. I'm here for it. Somebody sent me the poster. So you ever seen this? I'm like, no, but I'm about to. So we're gonna review that one next Tuesday night right here at 8:05. Go dip our toes because we've been doing a lot of really, really, really good stuff. So I'm like, let's dip our toes into some schlock. Let's dumpster dive a little bit. Let's slum it for a week, and then we'll come back. But yeah, I always love these. So we'll be doing that next Tuesday. And then what's going on, Blake? Good to see you, brother. It was our guest last week, Far From Blake. Go check out a review of You're Next on the Tuesday Night Terrorvision playlist. In the chat is our Patreon right here. Go check us out on Patreon. As soon as we're done here, I got stuff to upload over there. And tomorrow night, gaming stream. As soon as I'm done with wrestling practice, we'll come home, do some gaming. And maybe if I go see Fantastic Four Thursday night, we'll do a live review of that as soon as I get out of the theater. So subscribe to Super Shogun Wrestling. Check us out over there. New episode airing very soon. And that's it, gang. We're done. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you to our channel members, Patreon supporters, everybody watching over on Twitch. We appreciate you guys. I am Pete from Wrestling with Horror. If we don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. And remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away. Deuces. Patreon.com/.